The camera opens on silence. The street is deserted. The house at the corner looms in neglect. Paint peels from its walls, the windows are shut, and the garden is wild with weeds. But on the front steps, a black cat sits. His golden eyes shine, steady, unblinking, as if waiting for something. He is not just resting. He is guarding, watching, hoping. Days pass. Sunlight cuts across the porch in the morning. Shadows stretch long at night, and yet he remains. A whisper begins to spread in the neighborhood. The cat who waits. People glance as they walk by, some shake their heads, others slow down. But none can deny that his patience feels heavy, almost sacred. It is as if the air around him has frozen in time. He is waiting for a door that will not open. And yet, there is dignity in the way he waits. His presence is both heartbreaking and strangely powerful, like a statue carved from devotion. He is small, not extraordinary in appearance, just another stray to the untrained eye. His fur is black as midnight, his whiskers long and twitching. Yet there is something noble about the way he sits upright, ears alert, tail curled neatly around his paws. His name is not given by his lost family, but by the neighbors who notice him. Whiskers, a name carried on whispers. Children walking to school stop to wave at him. A shopkeeper leaves scraps of bread. An old woman sets down a shallow dish of milk, smiling softly. But Whiskers only eats what he needs, then resumes his post. His gaze always returns to the door, the silent entrance where laughter once spilled, where light once poured through at night. In his eyes, the world has not changed. His family will come. They must. And so he waits, day after day, night after night. Unmoved by time, unchanged by seasons, he becomes more than a cat. He becomes a symbol, a silent witness of loyalty. Time stretches thin. Whiskers' vigil grows longer. He learns to endure hunger, curling into himself during cold nights, stretching out in the weak sunlight during the day. The house creaks when the wind presses against its frame. The porch boards groan under his weight, but still he does not leave. The neighbors begin to wonder. How long can a small creature survive like this? They speak of him in hushed tones, pointing from across the street. Some admire his loyalty. Others feel sorrow for his stubborn hope. But Whiskers does not understand their pity. He understands only the bond that once was, the warmth of hands that carried him, the sound of footsteps inside that home. Each passing car makes his ears twitch. Each shadow that crosses the gate makes his heart quicken. And when no one comes, he lowers his head but never fully breaks. The silence is heavy, but Whiskers turns it into strength. If the world chooses not to move, then he will remain still as stone. His devotion is carved deeper each day, like lines etched into time. Sometimes, in the stillness of night, memories return. A soft laugh, a child's hand reaching down to scratch his chin, the warmth of a fire glowing inside the house. Whiskers remembers running across wooden floors, chasing toys, curling beside the couch. He remembers belonging. But memories can cut like glass. The warmth fades into the chill of reality, the glowing hearth replaced by cold emptiness. He presses his nose to the door, sniffing for scents long gone. The echoes are not enough. Yet he holds them tightly, as if they were food and water for his spirit. The neighbors see none of this. To them, he is only a silent figure on a porch. But inside his chest, a world of memory beats like a fragile flame. That flame is both his strength and his torment. It is the reason he waits. It is also the reason his heart aches. Still, he chooses to endure, for memory is all he has left. The season shifts. The first frost paints the windows white, and snow begins to gather on the roof. Whiskers' paw prints mark trails across the frozen steps, disappearing quickly under fresh snow. His fur grows heavier, his body thinner. The neighbors worry more now. They leave food in bowls, blankets in boxes, trying to help. Some even attempt to coax him away, but he refuses. He always returns to the same place, the same steps, the same door. The cold bites, but his spirit is stronger than the storm. Each night, his breath becomes mist in the icy air. He curls tighter, sheltering under the porch as winds howl. The world outside may freeze, but within him burns something that refuses to die. Loyalty has become survival. Hope has become armor. His vigil is unbroken, his wait unending. And so, through snow and silence, Whiskers endures. By now, the whole street knows him. He is no longer just a stray. He is the cat who waits. Children whisper stories about him. Adults speak of him with awe. Some say he is a spirit. Others say he is a guardian of the house. But to all, he is a mystery of devotion. From behind curtains, neighbors watch him. They see the way he stiffens at every sound, the way his eyes scan every passing face. They see the loneliness in his small frame, yet also a quiet strength. People begin to leave offerings more often. Food, water, small shelters. But no matter what they give, Whiskers always returns to his vigil. The house itself becomes different. Once just another abandoned building, it now feels alive with his presence. The cat gives it a soul. And though no one lives inside, the house breathes with a silent story. The neighborhood becomes bound together by this single waiting figure. One winter morning, a new figure appears on the street. A woman, carrying boxes into a nearby home. She is quiet, observant, and curious. Soon she hears whispers from neighbors about the cat, about the one who never leaves. One evening, she walks toward the empty house. The wind pushes against her coat. Her boots crunch on the snow. And there he is, sitting as always, eyes glowing like golden lanterns. Their gazes meet. Something stirs within her. A mix of sorrow and recognition. She kneels, holding out her hand. Whiskers does not move at first. His eyes remain fixed on the silent door. But then, slowly, he turns. For the first time in months, he allows someone new into his world. The moment is fragile, delicate, like a thread of fate connecting two lonely souls. The woman sits quietly on the steps, speaking softly. Her voice is gentle, a murmur against the cold night air. She does not force, she only waits. Whiskers blinks slowly, a sign of trust. He edges closer, sniffing her fingers. Then, after a pause, he presses his head against her hand. It is the first touch he has accepted since his family left. Something shifts in him. The door is still silent, the house still empty, but here is warmth again. Here is kindness. His tail curls lightly, his body relaxes. For the first time, he allows himself to breathe without waiting. The neighbors watch from afar, amazed. The cat who belonged to no one has chosen someone. And the woman, with tears in her eyes, knows she cannot walk away. The woman brings him into her house. It is warm, lit with soft lamps, filled with the scent of fresh bread. She prepares a corner with blankets, sets a bowl of food, and opens her heart. At first, Whiskers hesitates. The door behind him is closed, and he glances back, as if torn between two worlds. But then he steps forward. He eats. He curls into the blanket. And slowly his eyes close. Days pass. The woman calls his name. She strokes his fur. He learns the rhythm of her footsteps, the sound of her laughter. Bit by bit, he allows his heart to trust again. His vigil ends, not in defeat, but in transformation. He has not forgotten his family, but he has learned that love can be found again. The shadow of waiting gives way to the light of belonging. Now, Whiskers sits by a new window. He watches the snow fall, the world passing outside. But he is not alone. He has a home, a friend, a family once more. The house that was empty has been replaced by a heart that is full. The story spreads. The neighbors smile when they see him at the window. The legend of the waiting cat becomes a tale of hope. For if such devotion can survive loss, then perhaps so can we. Whiskers teaches what words cannot. That love may leave, but love can also return. That waiting may break us, but it can also prepare us to embrace something new. His silence speaks louder than any cry. His patience becomes a lesson for all who pass by. Never give up on love, even when the world seems empty.